What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Five Friends, One Table podcast, where once a week, every week, the five of us come together to talk about whatever random idea, topic, or thought pops into our heads. For this week, I am joined with Matthew Bush.
Gang, gang.
Tyler Tepsick.
I don't know why we started yet. I'm not ready.
Ronald McNerney.
We're not ready at all.
Colin Harding could not join us for this one because he is still chaperoning his camping trip. And I am your host, Zachary Blanner.
For now.
We have a lovely show.
Is he Zachary Blanner for now, or is he just the host for now?
He's the host until I murder him.
Oh, okay. You heard it here first.
So, Matthew, why don't you start us off with your
I'm
topic?
making my phone charger in your yard.
Alright, cool. So, as some of you may know and some of you may not know, Jay-Z dropped his latest studio album on Friday, and no surprise, it was a Tidal exclusive, since Tidal is owned by Jay-Z. And I downloaded Tidal to try and listen to it, because I was interested. And then I figured out that you can only have Sprint to listen to it for a certain period of time.
What is Tidal?
It's like Apple Music and Spotify.
Yeah.
It's a music streaming service.
That's fucking stupid, but okay.
It is.
Remember the first time I remember it popping up.
Is that a timed
Life
exclusive?
of Pablo dropped.
Is it an Xbox exclusive? Or is it a Sony exclusive?
I think that they'll release it to all the other carriers, because right now you can only have Sprint to listen to it on Tidal.
Sure.
But
So you have to have Tidal and Sprint.
Yes, to listen to it.
That's
But it's only going to be on Tidal forever.
I think so, because beyond, the other two, examples are Kanye and Beyonce. Kanye's moved over, but Beyonce's did not. So I'm assuming Jay-Z's is going to stay.
So Kanye's on Tidal now?
No, Kanye released on Tidal, but he's everywhere else. Beyonce's is only on Tidal.
That makes sense.
So my question is...
Yeah.
That's a loving
Ride or die.
relationship. Ride or die.
But I just don't have...
we part.
I just don't have the motivation to go on my computer and pirate it, just because that's the only way I can listen to it. 'Cause
Sure.
if I do that...
Well, you could change carrier plans.
That's true.
I could do that, but that's just way too much work.
And you'd be stuck with Sprint.
Yeah, and Sprint is terrible.
Yeah. They don't...
So my question is, does exclusivity hurt, art? As in, games, music, movies, whatever.
I think that double exclusivity right there is going to hurt the hell out of it, because that's very, specific. So you need Sprint and Tidal. So if you don't have Sprint, you can't even listen to this. Then if you don't have Tidal, that's more of an easy fix than it is just changing carriers.
Well, you have to pirate it if you don't have Sprint.
I know you have to pirate it, but
It's terrible.
But then the artist doesn't get credit for it because then you pirate it, but you want to support their music.
Yeah.
If you're dumb enough to do it, to release your music exclusively on Tidal with exclusively Sprint, then I don't feel bad. I'm okay with not giving you.
I don't
dues.
I don't know the numbers for other people, but when Kanye dropped Life of Pablo last year, it was pirated over 500,000 times. The album would have probably went double platinum the first week it came, or the first couple weeks it came out.
It went platinum though.
It did. It's the first only streaming album to go platinum.
I think that it depends on how popular the exclusive service is, right? So, when you look at, the new Tomb Raider game, The Rise of Tomb Raider, released as a timed exclusive on Xbox, and it did shit.
Yeah.
It did terribly. And
Most certainly.
even when it came on PlayStation, it still didn't do as well.
No.
Whereas, I personally think if it would have released on both consoles at the same time, or even on PlayStation as a timed exclusive, it would have done far better. But that's just because there's a larger install base on PlayStation.
And then you automatically destroy the hype.
Exactly.
Whenever you can't play it.
Right.
Because if you can't play it, then you just watch a video on YouTube, watch reviews months after, see what people think of it.
Oh, I can't play this? I'll just go and do something else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You spend your $60 somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like it's really stupid of him to do this.
It's literally the only thing that's keeping Tidal in the game is their exclusives.
I know, but I feel like this would be a smarter move if there was no way to pirate his stuff.
Yeah,
but people are going to pirate it. There are going to be ways you can get it without it.
There's just no way to prevent piracy at all.
Exactly. I think when it comes to other things like video games, for example, if they release it on Xbox, no matter what you do, you can't play it on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. There's no way to get a bootleg copy for PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's on Xbox.
Well, yeah, there might be in the future.
Well, yeah, but right now. Mm-hmm. So, with this Tidal, he releases on Tidal. Alright, I have whatever free music downloader on my computer, I'm
Well,
going to
like
download it on
you get
my
the free
computer.
trial.
Oh, a free trial.
How
Like
long is that
you
gonna last?
get the
A week?
month to listen. You get the month to listen to it.
But even if I say I have AT&T, if I have the free trial, can I still listen to them?
No,
Then
not
that's-
right now.
then-
I'm assuming that the Sprint thing is only going to be for like. a
I
couple
would hope
weeks.
so.
So it's an
Maybe.
exclusive inside of an exclusive.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like 2 exclusives.
In one. But still a stupid.
Every exclusivity gets more stupider.
Yeah.
Because it's no secret
Well-
the title has been like flopping ever since it came out.
Well, yeah, because when you look at Spotify and Apple Music, Spotify ran the game until Apple Music came out. And the only
Spotify's
reason-
still running the game.
Well-
Spotify has more than double Apple Music subscriptions.
Right, but the only reason Apple Music has any type of foot in the door is just because it's Apple.
Yeah, and they have it in with artists too.
Exactly, like Taylor Swift's on Apple
They
Music.
gave
She's
Chance
on
$500,000 supposedly.
I heard Taylor Swift popped on Spotify.
She
Yeah.
did.
Did she?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, then
she
never
pulled
mind.
back on. They gave like Travis Scott. He had an exclusive window. They gave Chance $500,000 apparently to release on Apple Music. So they got stuff going on over there. But all Tidal has like Jay-Z, Kanye, Rihanna, and Beyonce.
He
Just
all
chilling.
Tidal has is the Illuminati.
Yeah, see,
But that basically is what it is.
and I don't think that's enough at all. I don't think that's enough to sustain a business.
It's
off
not,
of.
because
It's not.
that's not the only
Like
amount
all-
of artists. There's millions.
Well, they were failing, and then Sprint bought them for some reason.
Oh, okay, so that's why it's on.
Yeah, that's
So
like
Jay-Z
Sprint owns them.
doesn't
That's
still
just a
own
bad
it,
business
does he?
move.
He does, but like
They might have
he is
figured with Jay-Z.
he is probably still a majority of the shares. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
So your topic is just it does exclusive.
Does it hurt like art, as in like video games and like
I
music
mean-
and stuff?
I think it just depends. Like what console, what service, what subscription thing are you? Like what
Like do,
is it, and how successful is it? I think that's what it really comes down to.
like
'Cause,
does Last of Us being a PlayStation exclusive hurt it?
No,
I don't think it does. Being a PlayStation exclusive.
I think it.
if it was an Xbox.
I think it
exclusive,
definitely
it wouldn't
does.
hurt it.
I
think it
doesn't
hurts it.
It doesn't hurt it, but it helps the console because if people see the games like, holy shit, this game looks amazing.
Well, yeah, but when it originally came out, I was really disappointed because it was on PS3,
Mhm.
and I didn't have a PS3, so it's like I would have bought it, but
But that's what makes
can't
people
buy it.
buy.
Remember, Naughty Dog developed Last of Us, and Naughty Dog works very closely with Sony.
I understand that,
So-
but that's not that's not
Well,
the point I'm trying
can
to
I
make.
finish talking, Matt? Thank you. So, if Naughty Dog keeps coming out with games like Last of Us and Uncharted, that's going to boost Sony sales. And, when Sony sales are boosted because of their games, that in turn does help them at the same time.
Right.
But
So
does
I
it
don't know
hurt?
if they're
But does it hurt
necessarily-
Last of Us though by not being able to sell as many games?
No.
I don't think it does.
and making it as popular
I don't
as
think
it
it
could be?
does.
Because like if those games are being like as critically acclaimed as they are, Sony's going to give that company more money to publish as better games than that, so it's going to make the company thrive, be able to put more into their.
So you don't think that it
Right.
not being able to reach a wider audience, that you don't think that hurts it at all?
No,
I like I said, I think
I
it
feel like-
depends. I think if Last of Us was released, or no, let's not even talk about Last of Us. Let's say Uncharted 4. Say for some reason Uncharted 4 jumped ship and went to Xbox. I think it would have done worse, and it would have been hurt if it moved and was an Xbox exclusive as opposed to being a PlayStation exclusive.
because the install base is a lot lower.
Right. I think the old numbers for PlayStation, I think people ended up saying it was like for every one Xbox that was sold, there were 3 PlayStations being sold. Xbox has nowhere near the numbers that PlayStation does right now. So anything that's released exclusively on PlayStation is going to do better, just because of just the sheer number. I mean, I'm sure the same argument can be made for PC. You release a game
obviously.
on PC, it's going to do better on PC just because of how
Now,
many people have PCs.
It could possibly help the sales also if they were on both consoles.
Well,
but if
it
you
would.
develop a game for 2 separate consoles, then you have to downscale and upscale in certain things that can throw off the graphical outputs that they're already putting on the game.
Right.
So like if you looked like, I know it's PS3 and Xbox, but like if you looked at old Call of Duties, if you looked on Xbox, looked on PS3, they would look a bit different. That's just because the hardware that was put into the consoles and how much they had to down. Because what they used to make Call of Duties mostly for the 360, because that's where they released their stuff for. So they pretty much kind of
360 was
yeah,
the better
that was
one.
the GOAT. And then they downgraded a bit for the PS3, and that's why it kind of looked more like
No, the PS3 had better.
for
Graphically.
for Call of Duty. It kind of looked kind of a little
Okay,
worse.
okay.
Not for exclusives, because like
Yeah.
each exclusive company looked really good because it's only made for that console. So they could put
Right.
all the power for that.
And I think
Okay.
that's like the same argument
Makes
you can
sense.
talk about, like, people were worried about with the Scorpio. Like, if you have Call of Duty, it's going to be hard for when the majority of people have just a regular PlayStation or regular Xbox. It's going to be hard for developers to increase the graphical thing for the X or the Pro.
Well, whenever you
I think it's more than that. I think it's just to say we can make this, and that the next generation consoles has to be this or better. I don't think they really made it to try and save the Xbox brand. I think they made it more as a benchmark.
Oh, I think they did, like you said. I think they did it just to say this is what we did. This is we can do this.
I mean,
and have like maybe like a leg up by saying we have the most powerful console.
Yeah.
I could be wrong in saying this, but I don't think it's hard at all to upscale the graphics at all. Because I'm pretty sure if you had like a 4K monitor,
It might not be hard, but you got to think about how much time that would take.
see,
for,
so if I had like just a 4K PC, I could go on Portal and change my output settings right there to 4K. Like it's not because it's an old game,
right, but
like,
that's a PC. That's
I know,
not a console.
but games are, but they're kind of pushing the X to pretty much be a console PC.
Right, but I'm not sure if it's going to have that type of capability. And even if it does, how hard is that going to be? Even if it's not hard, how much time is that going to take out of the development cycle for the devs to... because if you're a dev, like, you want to get your game out as fast as possible, but still produce a good product. Is that going to push games back because they have to do that?
Well,
But the problem is, if a console's capabilities was what really determined who was going to buy a console, then Xbox would have beat PlayStation 4 at the beginning. And regardless, this is not a gaming podcast today, so we should get back to the real topic.
That's not. We're still talking about it.
It's gotten away from the.
I don't
exclusive.
think it's gotten away. I think it's gotten just more more focused to a single
Thing.
brand, a thing, and yeah. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think it just really all depends on what it's releasing on and the type of deal.
yeah, and just like who's hosting it,
Right,
like who's making it for that.
right.
So
Alright.
Because not to go back to gaming, but Naughty Dog gets a shit ton of money from Sony.
Yeah.
that's their pretty much go-to company.
Oh,
like
yeah.
if they need a game out, like they could just like trust fall on them.
Let's put it this
Dude,
way.
they don't. They just do. It's at the point where they're just like, Naughty Dog, you do you.
Yeah,
We'll accept whatever you give us. It's fine. Just take our money. Do you?
yeah.
Make us a game.
Let's put it this way, Matt. If Naughty Dog was losing money, if companies like Naughty Dog, if people like Jay-Z were losing money being exclusive,
Jay-Z is losing a lot of money.
Yes, but Jay-Z, but now Jay-Z does it because he is the owner of the title. And
I understand
he's
that.
hoping that brings him publicity. But for like Naughty Dog and like 343 Studios and people like that, if they were losing money being exclusive, they would simply just not be exclusive. So it depends on your circumstances if it works out for you or not. I don't think you can definitively say being exclusive hurts you or being exclusive does not hurt you.
Now, what I do think can hurt stuff is like timed exclusives.
Right.
But other than that, like
Yeah.
nothing really. Because you build up hype for so
I feel like
long,
it
then it's
wouldn't-
like, hey, this.
I feel like that would be better than just a regular exclusive.
Well, because like say like Tomb Raider, because I was hyped for Tomb Raider, like when it was being talked about. Then it's a year until PS4. I'm like, I don't really care about this game in a year.
Yeah.
And it's like, does this?
well,
really
if you don't
matter?
care about the game in the year, then why does it even matter if it's timed?
because it's just the hype that that would
Right, because he I think what Ronald's trying to say is he would have bought it when it came out.
No, I completely.
But after the
understand
year
what
when
you're
it
saying.
came out on PlayStation, he doesn't care about it anymore.
Yeah, but isn't it better though to be timed? I don't think that'd
No,
be
because
worse.
they lost his sale. They would have sold a game to him, but now he doesn't have that game.
But then they lost the sale anyway if it's just regular exclusive. But now they have the potential to get it back if it's timed.
Well, the way they try to get it back is they throw in that season pass or whatever they do. But like even then, it's still not enough to make up for me.
Right, but I feel like the problem wasn't that it was timed exclusive. I think the problem was that it was timed exclusive on Xbox. I think that's what its problem was.
I don't know if you can say that. Were there any games you can think of that were timed exclusive on PlayStation that then came to Xbox?
No, because they're all exclusive to PlayStation.
No, I'm sure there's definitely
There's probably.
I mean, there's
couple out there.
obviously time DLC, but like
That, I wouldn't really count that as much.
Oh, I'm not saying it
Because
is.
as long as
'Cause
people
it's
on
Call of
Xbox
Duty.
want to buy it,
Yeah.
then they'll buy it.
And typically DLC is not. It's not delayed long enough to lose hype for.
It's like a month.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's lost, like the only thing that matters is people watch people play the new Zombies map early.
Right.
Nothing.
And odds
major.
are you're gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna watch it, know the map, and if you really want to play that map and want to be surprised, you're simply not gonna watch it.
Right.
That's why I used to have to do it. So.
So Tyler, what's your topic for us today?
Were you looking stuff up about time exclusives?
That was.
Oh, all right. Okay, go ahead.
Did you find anything?
I